Okay, we're doing red, yellow, blue springs. Foot and leg warm up. Let's start, let's start with the ball between our knees. Head rest up or down. Woo, the ball's cold. Heels on the foot bar. Find your neutral. Press the back bra line in. And let's take the carriage out. Make sure that the position of the feet is such that you're already squeezing that ball. And in and out there. Flexing through the feet. Squeeze that ball like you're trying to pop it. Nice wide shoulder blades. Four. Last two. And last extension, let's meet up halfway. So tension on those springs. Squeeze the ball in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 10 to 12 inches out and in. Staying in that mid-range of spring tension. Squeezing the ball. 4. Connect the heels to the sit bones. Last 2. Last one. We're going to take the carriage all the way out to close the motion and bring it all the way back in. Beautiful. All right. Externally rotate, take the ball away. So we're in narrow V. Heels together, toes apart, heels are on the foot bar. Press your ribs down. Exhale, and let's take it all the way out and in. As you extend through the legs, imagine squeezing that golf ball right at the base of the pelvic floor, narrowing through the sit bones. Four more. Make sure you're not helping with your shoulders. Think of lengthening through the neck. Good, and next one. We're going to meet up halfway in. Tension on the cables, out and in, or on the springs, sorry. Controlling with the sit bones, right at the base of the booty where the hamstring and glute meet up. 3, 2, hold it there. We're going to close, tap knees, open, holding the carriage still. Close, tap, and open. Drive it from the hip socket. 4, 3, 2, and butterfly back open. Take the carriage all the way out to close the motion and bring it all the way back in. Good, shake it out. Wide stance, heels on the foot bar, externally rotated, as wide as you're comfortable. Pressing all the way through. Squeeze the booty. Keeping the booty active and engaged through the full leg extension and the return of the carriage. 4, 3, good. In this one, let's bring the carriage halfway in. Little out and in. 10 to 12 inch range of motion. Control that carriage. 4, sticky heels like you're pulling it in. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Pivot on your heels so you're internally rotated. Drive it from the hips and not the feet. Take it all the way out and in. 3 more. Good, bring it halfway in. So knees where they kiss. Squeeze your knees together. Keep them squeezed together as you take the carriage in and out. 10 to 12 inch range of motion. Booty stays engaged. 4, 3, 2, and we're going to go into knee circles. Opening, take the carriage out, externally rotated, pivot on the way in. Let's do 5 circles each direction. 2 more. Keeping the carriage from coming into the bumper, and reverse. Come in, externally rotated, internal to push out. As big a circle as you can muster in that hip socket. 2 more. And last one. And let's bring it in. Good. Knees to the chest. Make sure your shoulders aren't jammed up in the shoulder blocks. We're going to go to balls of the feet. Fist distance between our knees and our ankles. Lift the heels high, pressing into the big toes. Take it all the way out and all the way in. Find your neutral. Back ribs press in, squeezing all the way through the legs. Squeezing all the way through the glutes. You want to squeeze and lengthen so much that your weight is not in your booty, but your booty is fully engaged as if it's trying to contract and float on that carriage. 3, 2. All right, this time let's push it, the carriage back out, heels down and up. 6. Slowly pressing through the big toe. 3 more. 2. Heels are high and prance it out. Walking that one heel under, really take that stretch. Don't release your booty engagement though. Full leg, full booty, ribs down. And let's add a double push, little push, push. Take that extra lengthening. One more time, each side. Good, both heels high. And let's bring it in. All right, pivot on the balls of the feet, narrow V. Anchor that tailbone and in and out. As you lengthen through the legs, imagine holding on to a piece of paper between your thighs. Squeeze to hold on to that piece of paper. Keeping the booty engaged, pressing through the big toe. 3, 2, and next carriage extension, heels down and up, keeping those heels glued, pressing through the big toe. Don't rush. 4, 3, 2, heels are high and single push prance. Double push, 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 push. Last one, each side. Heels high, and let's bring it in. Good, we're gonna go narrow V, but inverted V. So we're on the balls of our feet, knees are together. Walk your feet out a little bit. It does not have to be wide in the stance of the feet. In fact, it's better if it's not. Just as if you're inverting that narrow V, it's a narrow V inverted. Take it all the way out and in. Knees come together. Stick those knees together and resist letting them separate until the legs lengthen and squeeze long. 3, 2. Next time, take the carriage out, heel dips. Keep the booty engaged. Booty's engaged. 3, 2, heels are high and prance it out. Internal rotation from the hip. One more time each side. And both heels high, and let's bring it in. Good, shake it out, last foot configuration. Wide stance, externally rotated. Actually, let's do wide stance parallel. Wide stance parallel. Lift the heels, and let's take it out. Make sure the booty's engaged. Squeeze all the way up to the glutes, all the way up to the waistline. 3, 2, and next time we're going to meet up there, just do the double push press. Push, 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 push. Good, one more time each side. And let's breathe it in. All right, knees to the chest. And let's go happy baby, just to release through the hips. Legs to the sky, cross above the knee, flex your feet, bend your knees, and come into that little cross butterfly stretch. Drawing your toes toward your forehead as you drop your tailbone. And let's switch. Cross the legs above the knees, bend, flex your feet. You're trying to draw toes toward your ears, arches toward your ears as you drop your tailbone. And unwind. And let's come up. We're going to switch to a red spring only for a little abdominal work, and then we'll carry on with our legs. Coming back down. Let's put our headrest all the way down just cause. Long black loops. Make sure that your shoulders are not jammed up in your shoulder blocks. You have a little bit of space there. Tabletop. Get tension on the cables. All we're going to do is start with the arms, floating our arms down to our side. Don't collapse onto the carriage. You're still hovering. Fingertips are reaching forward. Wrists are in line. And come back up. As you float back up to the ceiling, don't go past your shoulders with your wrists. Stay in contraction, lifting up in the armpit and press down in the shoulders. You want to feel that lifting and narrowing in the armpit as you lengthen through the neck. All right, next one. Let's peel our upper body off. So you're looking at your thighs. Float back down. Don't drive the work from your neck or your forehead or your jaw. It's imprinting in the lower back, peeling the vertebra off. Good, we're going to add the knee tuck. So this time as your upper body rolls up, pull your knees to your forehead. We pull into our little roly-poly. Come back tabletop, arms float up. Roly-poly. This time, as you unwind from roly-poly, legs go 45. Arms are 90. Exhale, tuck, scoop. Keeping those shoulder blades wide, shoulders down. If your neck starts to do the work, leave your head behind and reset. All right, last one, roly-poly. We're gonna meet up in that 45-degree extension, and legs come 90 as your arms come down to your side with that little toe lift. So you're trying to lift your tailbone as you reach your toes to the ceiling. Take your time. Two more. And last one, let's meet up with our legs at 90. Hold it there, lighten the tailbone. Exhale, lift your upper body up and scissor for 6, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And bring it tabletop and arms up. La 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 la. Okay, rolling to the side. Coming up, we're gonna put our jump board on. Jump board on, and let's put all springs on. Yippee! And bring your ball. Balls between our knees. Toes toward the top of the jump board. And press out. If it feels too hard, as in stupid, then start by taking off a blue spring. And then if that doesn't work, take off another blue spring. Okay, squeeze the ball, get your feet planted, and we're gonna stay within the range of extension and return where your heels are pressed into the jump board. Don't let your heels peel off. Breathing, 4, squeezing the ball, 3, 2, take it all the way out, tiny bend, reach longer, tiny bend, reach longer. That stop, return, keep the booty engaged. 5, 4, 3, headrest can be up or down for this one, as you wish. And hold it there, out and in there. 4, 3, 2, and take it all the way out. Bring it all the way back in. Good, walk your shoulders down. We're gonna do a narrow V, but you're gonna stay holding on to that ball, so move it halfway up your thighs. So as you take it out, you are externally rotated, squeezing that ball. Find the distance that your heels have to be, all right? And in and out. Four, 3, and let's take it all the way out. Tiny bend, reach, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's bring it in. Good. All right, take the ball away. We're gonna go to a red spring only. do left foot on the jump board, right leg is tabletop. Square that hip, square the shoulders, and pushing through the foot here. Little lift without bending the knees. Four, three, two, and one. We're gonna switch, right leg. Active tabletop on that left, push through the foot. Keeping the knees straight, ankle and foot are both spring and shock. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. You're gonna alternate show pony prancing. Nice little angel landing on the jump board. Booty stays engaged. And pick up the pace as you are able. I'm sure in this recording, I do not sound like an angel landing, but work toe ball heel as you're landing and try and just pick up the pace. Bring the knees close to the chest. Four, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it in. Right, feet on top of the jump board, knees squeeze together. Just take a little sidewinder, keeping that opposite shoulder. So my knees went to the left. Keep your right shoulder down, or if you went the other way, that opposing shoulder stays glued to the carriage. And come to the center and switch. Try and keep the front of the knees lined up. It'll give you more rotation. And come back to the center. Okay, narrow V. Let's push out with our right foot, left leg. Okay, same thing. You want to push through the right foot. Keep your booty engaged so you can feel whether your glute is engaged. Heavy back ribs, so press that bra line in. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and switch. Keeping that external rotation, square in your tailbone now, pushing off. Four, 3, 2, and show pony prancing. Landing the same place on the jump board each time. Keeping those heels as close together as possible, not letting the legs stray. External rotation, anchor the tailbone. You should feel your lower belly engaged, back ribs press into the carriage, and just little by little try and pick up the pace. Four, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it in. Knees to the chest. Good, let's reach, I threw my hardware into the well. Let's get our loops back. If you toss them, stop them from making noise. Laying on our back, let's take our right long black loop and put our left foot in it. Push out to tabletop, square the hips and the shoulders, and extending through that left leg. Pushing through that same line in the sand, against the torque, back brow line down. Go this next one, keep that left leg straight, and we're floating it to 90, sweeping down to 45. Really reach through the toes. Keep base of the glutes engaged. It's pulling right from that hamstring glute insertion point, not the back of the knee, not the jaw, not the shoulders. 3, 2, and let that left leg float up to 90, right leg reaches 45, and we scissor. Watch you're not tumbling into your lower back. You want to keep your pelvis by the base of the pelvic floor is facing your jump board. Back ribs down. Good. Next time your left leg is 45, we're going to pedal through. Forward pedal stroke. Equal size and shape with each leg. So nice and slowly to control both the torque and the range of motion and the uniformity of one leg to the other. 3, 2, and last one. Let's meet up with that left leg, 90, right leg is 45. Take hold of that cable. Think of arching your back, so tip your pelvis back toward the jump board, pull that leg in. Externally rotate just from the hips, so don't take the leg out to the side, just to the hips, so that little bit of external rotation hopefully enables you to draw that leg in a little bit more. Try and stay off your lower back, close the ribs, shoulders down, neck is long. Good, bend both knees. External rotation, tabletop. Flex through the feet, single leg froggy, just pushing out, reach for the toes, or single cable, I should say. Exhale as you go out. Even pressure, keeping the legs aligned. 3, 2, and last one. And let's bend it, take that foot out, and switch. Before we switch, let's go happy baby. Shoulders down. Try and flatten through the back. And extended V, just letting gravity and the weight of our legs do that stretch. Start by flexing through the heels. And then just do little ankle circles. And reverse. And extended V. And bring it back in. Good, let's take the left cable and loop and put it on our right foot. Press through to tabletop. And reaching through that right leg. Pointing as you extend, flexing as you come back in. Make sure that your hips aren't being pulled to spiral on your sit bone or on your tailbone. Ribs are down, shoulders soft and wide. Relax your neck. Good. Hold it 45 degrees and extend up to 90, sweeping that leg down. Don't think of just dropping it down. Reach out, up and over, drawing an arc. Sit bones, feel them narrow. As you extend that leg down, booty stays engaged. When in doubt, you can check that your booty's engaged. Good. Right leg is 90, left leg reaches 45, and let's scissor through. Trying to get the same range of motion with each leg. Staying square on that tailbone. All right, next time that right leg is 45 degrees, forward pedal. Make sure it's a forward circular pedal stroke. 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen that leg up to 90. Take hold of the cable, reach your left leg 45 degrees. Square the hips, so pull that right hip out of your rib cage. Lengthen through. Externally rotating the hip socket. See if that opens up the hip to pull that leg forward anymore. Bend both knees. Push to external rotation. Froggy stance, and let's push through. Make sure that your heels line up. That same midline in the middle of the pelvis. 3, 2, and last one. And let's bring it in. Keep that foot out. Rolling to the side. Let's go to one blue spring before we take our jump board off. Last thing here. Okay. We're sitting on our knees, toes curled under. Knees are right up against the edge of the carriage. Hinging forward. So you lighten the lift. Lighten your booty off the backs of your ankles so your pelvis is engaged. Squeeze the sit bones together. Hands come to the top of the jump board and we push ourselves away. Nothing moves in that upper body shape. The only thing, if you want an add-on, push out up to come down. So make sure where you're driving that lift is from your sit bones and your pelvis. You're not grinding on your knees. You're lifting and getting that pelvic floor lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's stay here. Let's go to a yellow spring. Oh, sorry. No, stand up blue. Sorry. Stand up blue. Right hand toward the center of the jump board, not all the way to the center. Left arm is behind. You're going to push back. Nice long arm. Lift up in the belly. You're hinged forward. Just single arm push up. 3, 2, and 1, and bring it in. Switch hands, square your shoulders, square your hips, So you have that hinge so your weight is not sinking down in your butt and in your heels. Find that extension, keeping the shoulders square. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Good. Walk your knees back. Hands on top of the jump board. Push out. Let's take a big upper body arch. Shoulders down. And we're good. Alrighty, let's take our jump board off. Okay, let's go to a yellow spring. Headrest is down. We're gonna sit on the carriage facing the shoulder blocks. You want to spread hand distance behind your booty. Okay, let's cross our cables, choke up on the hardware. Sitting up nice and tall, just simple row, pulling back with the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting up in the sternum, sitting up nice and straight. Extend, pull back, squeeze, little hold. Shoulders down. 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to let our arms extend. Soft hold, long arms as you start to roll back in C curve. Tucking, tucking, tucking the pelvis, lower belly to the belly button, and come back up. All the way sitting straight, exhale, scoop, tuck. Two more. And last one. And come up. All right, good. We're going to drop back to the top of the teardrop. So that top of the loops. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to put it together now. As you roll down into C curve, we're going to pull into our single arm row spiral, but do not lose that C curve. And up. Exhale. It's really the abdominal and the C curve that's driving the work. Let's do one more time each side. Shoulder stays down, gaze goes with that elbow. Good. And come up, sitting up nice and tall, go straight into French doors. Pressing with the backs of the hands. If you don't like the yellow, go to the blue. Try not to do the work in your traps. Really engage underneath the armpit, the lats in the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, one more. All right, we're gonna go to long black loops, put that all together, okay? As you go down into C curve, open French door, and up. There's slack when you come up. It's absolutely okay. Exhale, C curve, and up. Let's do 3. Make sure you're not doing the work in your neck, your jaw, your traps. 2. All right, take a little break. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to pull down into C curve and do 4 French doors from here. Good. And bring it up. Uncross your cables. Stay on the big loops. Arms are nice and long. And we go into deltoid. So start by sitting up. You pull your arms back and then hinge to support. Don't throw your chin back. And come up. Good. Palms facing. We'll do the deltoid spiral. Pulling equally away. Your hands pull away from one another. The same force, same distance. If you feel one hand doing more of the work, stop, reset, slow it down. And focus on the arm that is not pulling. Good. One more time, each side. Awesome. And bring it forward. Loops on the pegs. Just take a forward fold. Take any tension out of your neck. Okay. Let's switch to, no, let's stay on a yellow. See if everybody's happy doing that. Let's come onto our knees. So a little cat-cow just to warm up. Our hands are on the rails. Walk your hands just a little bit in front of your shoulders. Tops of the feet press into the carriage so that you're not collapsing into your knees. Distribute that weight into the tops of your feet. Exhale and scoop up the middle back reaching to the sky. Drop the crown of the head, lengthen through the neck. Take a little sit back toward your hips. And come forward, square the shoulders and the hips. And start with the pelvis tip back. And arching up. Opening up the tail feathers to the sky. Take a little extension back. You're opening up through the ribs, but try not to just let them lose shape. Come back up. Cat. Push back into the hips. Trying to get a little bit of that arch and curl in our spine and our middle and lower back. Coming up through the center. Tip, arching, shoulders down, neck is long. And send back. And up. Good. Walk your hands about 4 inches forward so your wrists are demonstrably in front of your shoulders. We're going to come back into our kitty cat, rounded back. Sit back ever so slightly in your hips and with your abdominal muscles. So your hands are holding, your arms are not pulling. Abdominal muscles, bring that carriage forward. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Try not to just pivot straight onto your knees. Distribute the weight through the leg and foot as you control with the lower belly, pulling in, rounding in the back. Let's do 3, 2, and 1, and bring it in. Good. Come square tabletop. Wrists are still in front of the shoulders. Lift up in the armpit, press the shoulders down, really engage the obliques. Belly button pulls up, and you pull the crown of the head straight forward. Don't let the carriage go back to the bumper. Stay in tension. Let's do 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. Sitting back. Scooping round in the lower back. And again, lower abdominals pull in. Try and stay tighter in the range of motion and a little faster, pulling in, releasing. Pulling in, releasing. It's that release to contract, to pull in again that you want to focus on. 3, 2, and 1. Square tabletop, shoulders down, armpits lifted, widen through the shoulder blades, and pull forward. Same thing, tighter range of motion. Feel those lats pull down to your waist. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Good. Stay right there, just high hip child's pose again. Taking the upper body arch extension. When you're ready, walk it back so your knees are toward the bottom of the carriage. And let's thread our left arm through. Take a little sidewinder. Square your hips though. And pull the shoulder down away from the ear. Let your body weight participate in the stretch. And come through the center, switching sides, threading that right arm. And you come back up. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go to a blue spring. Start with upper body and switch to legs and hips. Laying on our side. So if you want the ball for your neck, get that. Booties toward the back and the bottom of the carriage. I am on my left side. Okay, once we're on our side, do not collapse into the carriage. So no collapsing where your spine is shaped like that. I want you to lift it up so you're nice and long. You can put a ball there if it helps. All right, pull your knees in toward your chest. Okay, so they tuck in. Take that long black strap, push straight through. So my fingers are just forward of the shoulder. Rotate your palm so it faces the floor. Obviously your face is there, so you gotta watch so you don't whack yourself in the face. We're coming up to the sky, scoop out the armpit and down. Scoop out and down. 2 more. Last one. Rotate your palm to the back of the room and we pendulum forward. Only go as far forward as you can support coming back. 3, 2, and we meet up with that arm extended. Bend through the tricep so your elbow stays stable and back, extended directly from the shoulder. Tricep extension. Punch that wrist or the fist down to that far wall. 3, 2, and extend through the arm, reach through the fingers, circles the size of your Pilates circle. Watch so you don't whack yourself in the face. 4, reach through that arm, shoulder down, long neck, and let's reverse. Last 4, lift up in the ribs. 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Carefully going to the other side. Booties to the bottom of the back. Pull your knees in toward your chest. On your elbows, lift up in the under ribs. Take that long black strap, push out. Rotate your palm facing the floor. Your wrist is in front of your shoulder, lifting to the diagonal. Focus on lengthening through the neck, so distance between your ear and your shoulder. Lift up in the armpit. Close the ribs. 3, 2, and last one. We meet up alongside our hip. Rotate your palm to the back. Pendulum forward only as much as you can support it. One arm may be different than the other. Be patient. Stay within the range of motion that you can control. 2 more. And last one. That arm is long. Hold the elbow still as you bend through and extend through the tricep. Really squeeze into the tricep. 4 more. Last 2. Reach through that arm. Draw circles the size of the Pilates circle. Make sure it's a circle, not a square. And let's reverse direction. Make sure you're not whacking yourself in the face. And make sure that your neck is long. Last 2. And last 1. Woohoo! And let's come up on all fours. Let's use our frame. Walk your knees forward. Take that upper body stretch, arching through the middle and upper back. Walk it back. Let's put our elbows on the shoulder blocks, hands on our shoulders, and press through with the chest. The more you press your chest forward toward the carriage, the more you get into that tricep stretch. And let's bring it up. All right, let's stay on a blue. Let's come back on our starting side. So I'm coming back on my left side. We're going to switch up into a little booty. Okay. Let's put the strap all the way around the back of our thigh for everybody's favorite. Okay, so same thing. When you lifted, I think I might actually use my ball. Of course, I can't get my ball. I'm going to put the ball under my ribs. If it's under your ribs, you can pretend the ball is a hot coal. It gives you something to lift against. It's just a little bit of a constructive mind game. Like that. Okay? Alrighty. Little clam opener as you open. Make sure that bottom leg is lifted so the heels are in line with the center of the pelvic floor. Ball is hot as a hot coal. 3, 2, hold that open clam, push into that leg like you're pushing something away from you. Come back to open clam, push. Pressing down with that supporting thigh. Last one, and then we put it together. Close. Open clam, extend, heels together. Close. 3, 2. And this time we close and open and meet in that whoops, that was sloppy, extension, circles with the heels. 4, 3, 2, reverse direction. 4, 3, and 2, and bring it in. Okay, before we go the other side, sorry, but let's put the strap on our foot, push out. Lift it up in the torso, belly's in, reach through the toes. We're just gonna pendulum forward as far as makes sense for you to keep that work, the glute and hamstring. Let's do 3 more. 2, and last one. Bend the knee in. If you could take the ball away and come onto your back carefully, or take your foot out. Come onto your back, put your foot back in the strap. Square your shoulders and hips first. Come into figure 4, flex that foot. Reach back behind the thigh. Notice if you're tumbling into your lower back. Try and arch through the lower back. You won't be able to, but it drops your tailbone and tips your pelvis facing your foot bar. Good. Unwind from figure 4. Keep your foot in that strap. Square off and come into a scissor extension. Staying off your lower back. Press your ribs down, shoulders down, long neck. And bend it in. And we'll go to the other side. I'm just gonna get a drink. Okay, booty to the bottom and the back. If you use the ball on the other side, use it on this side, underneath your high ribs. Bring those knees in toward your chest. Long strap goes around your thigh. Oh. Yeah, we did our arms, sorry. Okay. Tabletop legs. Lift up in the waist. And we open and close. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm conflating. So I did not have the ball underneath here. We had that for our arms. Opening, clam, and closing. 3, 2, equal push against the carriage and extend that leg. Come back in. And this time putting it together. Close, open, lengthen. Keeping that under leg lifted, externally rotated, the thighs pressing into the carriage. And let's meet up here. Circles, 5, 4, 3, and reverse the circles. And let's bring it in. Good. Take the cable and put the strap on your foot. Extend through. Lifting up in the waist. Press down with that supporting leg in the carriage and little pendulum. Squeezing the leg long, squeezing into that glute. 3, 2, and 1. And let's bring it in. Good. Coming onto your back. Square your shoulders and hips first. Flex through that left foot. Make sure you're not just collapsing into your lower back. You want to keep that tailbone anchored. Unwind. Come into your scissor extension. Draw that leg in. Pull that left hip down away from your rib cage. Tailbone is anchored, pelvic floor is facing your foot bar. And let's bend and bring it in. Staying on a blue spring, we're going to roll to the side. Close up with our favorite. Plank. Let's bring our ball. Let's put our ball between our legs right at the top of the pelvis. Okay? So feet are on the platform. Ball is between our thighs. It gives us something to squeeze against. We're on a blue spring. Heels of the hand. Actually, let's push out on extended arm plank. Come into your plank, tuck your pelvis, lift your belly shut, and close the ribs. Shoulders reach down away from the ears. Okay, squeeze that ball in. Just a little squeeze, squeeze, try and pop it. 5, 4, 3, 2, feel the connection of squeezing the ball, lifting the belly as you press into the heel of the hand and take that carriage forward. Squeeze the ball. Forward and back. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come into plank. Hold it there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. We're not done. Take the ball away. Walk your hands back to the middle of the carriage. Parallel. Widen your fingers. Let's take it back out. Find that plank. Hold it 4, shoulders down. 3, 2. Lifting from the tailbone. Ragdoll pike in. Pressing into the big toes. All the way to plank. Don't cheat yourself. Let's do 3 more. 2. And last one, let's meet up in plank. 6 times, hold that plank, push forward and back. Forward and back. Forward. Last 3, 2, and 1. Find plank, lock it in, hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Twirl your wrists. Little forward child's pose. And let's come up. Let's add a yellow. We have blue and a yellow. On our back. Both feet in long black straps. Let's do ankles at fist distance. Okay, so notice the distance. Your headrest can be up if you want to peek. Notice the distance. We're going to flex tabletop in and reach, lengthen. So as if you're pushing your heels through sand, you're trying to push through that same line each time. As you bend your knees, don't bring them past your hips. And don't tumble into your lower back. Keep that tailbone anchored, pelvic floor is facing that far wall. Shoulders down. 3. Squeezing into long straight legs. 2. And last 1. Good. Externally rotate. Same distance between your heels. Flex in. Watching that distance. 3, 2, lengthen out 45, bottom of the circle. We're just opening into our V and closing our heels. Open. Whatever range of motion in that V extension enables you to engage the whole pelvic floor. Feel the sit bones, inner thigh, narrow all at once. Let's add a beat. So you come in, heels, beat, beat, open. Beat, beat, open. 3, 2, good, flex, out, flex. 3 beats, beat, 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 open, flex. Beat, 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 open. Beat, 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 open, last one. Beat, 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 hold it there, froggy in, and reach for the toes. Squeeze the heels together now. Squeeze into the legs. Good, opening to a V, extend, open, close, froggy in. Open, close, froggy in. Don't let your knees go past your hips. Keep all the work in the hips, the glutes, the legs. 3, 2, and last one. We push out to 45 degrees, start circles there. Notice where you're working from. You want to work from that base of the booty. Tailbone stays anchored. 3, 2, 45 degrees, externally rotate, Peter Pan. Push that heel right from the center of the pelvis. One more time, each side. Good, 45 degrees parallel. From 90 to 45, reaching through the legs. Two more. Tailbone stays anchored, back ribs stay pressed. Good, let's meet at 90 degrees. Start your circles at the top. Three, two. Let's meet up 45 degrees parallel. Open your feet just hip distance or sit down distance to walk in the park. Good, 90 degrees. Flex through the feet, anchor the tailbone. Heavy ribs, soft shoulders, and pulling on the cables, just walking on the ceiling. Good, meet in the middle. Come into your extended V. Flexing through the feet. Tip your pelvis back toward the far wall, the foot bar, if it's tipped to the sky. Anchor the tailbone. Try and soften in the inner thigh and the hips. Good, little slack, come into happy baby. And let's push to 45. So bring to tabletop. Bring your ankles and knees together, come back to tabletop, take that left cable, find the floor with your left foot, place it down, either keeping your right leg tabletop or diagonal extension for a hip flexor stretch. Drop that left butt cheek on the carriage, lengthen through the left side of the body. Heavy ribs, long neck. And it's the right foot that creates slack for that left foot to come up. Come back to tabletop. Take that right cable, find the floor. Either stay tabletop or extend through that left leg diagonally. Both butt cheeks on the carriage. Drop the hip out of the rib cage. And it's the left foot that creates slack. Bring it in, bend the knees back to tabletop, bring the soles of the feet together, open the knees, point the toes away from you, and pull your heels in toward your pelvis. Softening through the inner thigh, the hips, back ribs press in, neck is long.